Are you walking into a room only to stand there completely frozen, desperately trying to remember exactly why you went in there in the first place? You might be struggling to recall the names of your closest friends, or finding yourself completely unable to remember a simple word that is sitting right on the tip of your tongue. Perhaps you are constantly losing your keys, misplacing your phone, or feeling a heavy, confusing brain fog that makes it impossible to focus on a simple conversation. You might be terrified that these moments of forgetfulness are not just normal aging, but the dark early warning signs that your precious mind is slowly slipping away from you. For anyone over the age of 65, there is no fear more absolute and terrifying than the thought of losing your memories, losing your independence, and becoming a heavy burden to your own children. These terrifying mental lapses are not just harmless senior moments that you should laugh off or simply accept as an inevitable part of getting older. These terrifying blank spaces in your memory are the flashing red alarm bells of a silent, destructive disease that is physically shrinking and suffocating the delicate tissue inside your skull. You are dealing with severe cognitive decline and the early stages of dementia, a devastating condition where the microscopic communication bridges inside your brain are actively collapsing and dying. Most traditional doctors will pat you on the back, tell you that your memory loss is just part of aging, and perhaps prescribe you a chemical pill that only causes severe dizziness and confusion. They treat your failing brain as an unstoppable tragedy, completely ignoring the underlying biological fire and cellular starvation that is actually causing your neurons to shut down in the first place. Today, as a doctor speaking directly to you, I am going to reveal the absolute medical truth about your brain and how you can actively stop and reverse this terrifying cognitive decay. Your brain is a highly dynamic, living, regenerating organ that is completely capable of growing brand new brain cells and restoring sharp memory if you provide it with the exact biological raw materials. I am going to give you a complete, incredibly powerful 5-step natural protocol designed to flush out the brain toxins, rebuild your neural pathways, and restore your crystal clear memory. This is a comprehensive, multi-solution medical blueprint that targets the absolute root cause of cellular brain death, rather than just waiting for your mind to completely fade into dark shadows. We will uncover the rare, healthy fat that acts as alternative rocket fuel for starving brain cells, instantly bypassing the insulin resistance that is currently suffocating your mind. We will reveal the ancient memory-restoring herb from Ayurvedic medicine that acts as a profound genetic repairman, physically rebuilding the broken communication bridges between your neurons. We will expose the powerful everyday kitchen herb extract that effortlessly crosses the blood-brain barrier to violently scrub away the sticky, toxic plaque that causes Alzheimer's disease. If you ignore this progressive brain fog and memory loss, the microscopic connections in your brain will eventually sever completely, leading to permanent, irreversible dementia and the total loss of your identity. Do not wait until your doctor tells you that it is no longer safe for you to live alone. The time to rescue your brain and reclaim your sharp, youthful mind is right now. Stay tuned to master the ultimate medical secret to reversing memory loss, dissolving toxic brain plaque, and remembering every beautiful detail of your life with perfect clarity once again. To truly heal this terrifying disease, you must first completely understand exactly what is happening deep inside the microscopic electrical network of your incredible brain. Modern neurological science has recently discovered that Alzheimer's disease and severe memory loss are essentially type 3 diabetes, meaning your brain has become completely resistant to insulin. Your brain requires a massive amount of glucose energy to function properly, but because of decades of consuming refined sugars and processed carbs, the insulin receptors in your brain are completely broken. Because these critical insulin receptors are broken, the glucose cannot enter the brain cells, meaning your precious neurons are literally starving to death and shutting down their memory centers to save energy. Therefore, step 1 of our complete brain healing protocol is to immediately provide your starving brain with an alternative, high-octane fuel source known scientifically as caprylic acid, or C8 MCT oil. C8 MCT oil is a highly purified, concentrated fat extracted from coconuts that possesses a truly miraculous biological superpower. It absolutely does not require insulin to be converted into cellular energy. When you consume pure C8 MCT oil, your liver instantly converts it into highly energetic molecules called ketones, which rush directly into your bloodstream and cross straight into your starving brain. These ketones bypass the broken insulin receptors entirely and flood your dying neurons with massive, immediate electrical energy, effectively turning the lights back on in your dark, foggy mind. Clinical studies clearly demonstrate that providing the brain with this specific ketone fuel drastically improves cognitive performance, speeds up memory recall, and lifts heavy brain fog within just a few hours. To start reviving your starving brain cells, you must purchase a high-quality, 100% pure C8 MCT oil supplement, completely avoiding the cheaper, less effective C10 or C12 versions. You must start slowly to avoid any mild digestive upset, beginning with just 1 teaspoon mixed into your morning coffee or tea, and gradually working your way up to 1 full tablespoon every day. Once we have restored the vital cellular energy with C8 MCT oil, we must move to step 2, physically rebuilding your broken neural pathways using the profound power of Bacopa Monnieri. As your brain ages and suffers from systemic oxidative stress, the microscopic branches that connect your brain cells together, known as dendrites, begin to wither, shrink, and break apart. When these delicate dendrites break, your brain cells can no longer communicate with each other, which is exactly why you suddenly forget a word, or cannot remember where you placed your car keys. Bacopa Monnieri, also known as Brahmi, is an ancient legendary herb that has been heavily prized by Ayurvedic physicians for thousands of years, specifically for sharpening the intellect and restoring lost memory. Modern clinical trials have definitively proven that the active compounds in this herb, called bacosides, aggressively stimulate your brain to physically grow brand new, healthy dendrite branches. By supplementing with these specific bacosides, you are actively laying down fresh, strong electrical wiring directly inside your hippocampus, which is the specific part of your brain entirely responsible for storing memories. Medical research proves that senior citizens who consume high-quality Bacopa Monnieri experience a dramatic, measurable increase in their ability to acquire new information and a massive improvement in spatial memory. It also significantly reduces the deep internal anxiety and nervous stress that often accompanies severe memory loss, making you feel calm, highly focused, and deeply centered throughout your day. To successfully rebuild your broken memory networks, you must consume a highly standardized Bacopa Monnieri extract supplement, taking exactly 300 to 500 milligrams every single morning. Because Bacopa is a highly fat-soluble herb, you must always take this powerful supplement alongside your morning dose of C8 MCT oil to ensure absolute maximum absorption deep into your brain tissue. Now that we are providing fuel and rebuilding the wiring, we reach step 3, physically scrubbing away the toxic plaque that causes Alzheimer's disease using pure Carnosic acid from rosemary. Most people simply view rosemary as a highly fragrant kitchen herb used to flavor roasted chicken, completely unaware that it contains one of the most powerful neuroprotective chemicals ever discovered by human science. As your brain naturally ages, it regularly produces a toxic, incredibly sticky waste protein known as amyloid beta, which acts like biological glue, clumping together and suffocating your healthy brain cells. If your body cannot rapidly flush this sticky garbage out fast enough, it forms massive, hard plaques that completely destroy your memory, which is the primary defining characteristic of advanced Alzheimer's disease. Rosemary contains a highly concentrated, incredibly rare compound called Carnosic Acid, which has the unique and powerful ability to effortlessly cross the blood-brain barrier and target these dangerous plaques. When Carnosic acid enters your brain, it actively triggers a profound genetic defense mechanism that violently scrubs away the oxidative rust and physically breaks down the sticky amyloid beta proteins. Even more incredibly, massive clinical studies conducted by neurologists have proven that simply inhaling the scent of pure rosemary essential oil increases memory retention by up to 75% in older adults. It literally wakes up the dormant, sluggish waste removal systems in your brain and forces them to begin capturing toxic garbage and flushing it out of your skull before it can cause permanent damage. To achieve this profound cellular detox, you must use a highly purified rosemary extract supplement, taking exactly 400 milligrams every day to keep your brain tissue sparkling clean and healthy. You should also deeply inhale pure therapeutic-grade rosemary essential oil for 5 full minutes every morning, allowing the highly volatile compounds to travel through your olfactory nerve directly into your memory center. While these first 3 steps work intensely on energy, rewiring, and detoxification, Step 4 provides the massive physical raw materials needed to structurally rebuild your brain using Antarctic krill oil. One of the most terrifying physical realities of aging and advanced dementia is that your actual physical brain tissue slowly begins to atrophy, shrink, and lose its overall mass year after year. Your brain is composed of nearly 60% fat, and the absolute most critical fat required for maintaining structural brain mass is a specific omega-3 fatty acid known as DHA. Traditional doctors will simply tell you to take cheap, low-quality fish oil capsules. But these synthetic oils are incredibly poorly absorbed, highly oxidized, and incredibly difficult for your brain to actually use. Krill oil is extracted from tiny, deep-water crustaceans found in the pristine, freezing waters of Antarctica, and it contains DHA in a very specific, highly bioavailable form known as a phospholipid. Because your own brain cells are made of exactly the same phospholipids, krill oil easily bypasses your tight digestive barriers and is instantly absorbed directly into the structural walls of your shrinking brain. Clinical studies definitively show that older adults who maintain high levels of phospholipid DHA experience significantly less brain shrinkage and maintain vibrant, thick gray matter well into their 80s and 90s. By physically replacing the lost structural fat of your brain, you permanently eliminate a massive root cause of cognitive decline and give your delicate neurons the strong, flexible walls they need to survive. You must specifically seek out a high-quality, cold-pressed Antarctic krill oil supplement, taking exactly 1,000 milligrams every single day to keep your brain physically plump and heavily protected against decay. Step 5 is the absolute foundational vascular anchor that strictly ensures these powerful supplements actually reach your brain cells, radically boosting microscopic blood flow using Ginkgo Biloba extract. You can take all the Bacopa and krill oil in the world, but if the microscopic blood vessels leading into your brain are severely pinched, hardened, and clogged, the healing medicine will never reach its destination. As you grow older, the tiny, intricate capillary networks that specifically feed your memory centers become incredibly narrow and stiff, severely restricting the vital flow of oxygen, nutrients, and healing compounds. Ginkgo biloba is uniquely derived from one of the absolute oldest living tree species on the planet, and it is scientifically recognized as the most powerful natural vasodilator specifically tailored for the human brain. When you consume high-quality Ginkgo biloba extract, it aggressively forces these microscopic, severely hardened blood vessels to instantly relax, open wide, and immediately surge with fresh, highly oxygenated blood. These ancient leaf extracts literally act as strict biological traffic cops, forcing thick, sticky blood to become incredibly smooth and slippery, entirely preventing the microclots that cause silent, devastating mini-strokes. You must aggressively avoid cheap, generic ginkgo powders and instead look specifically for a highly potent extract standardized to contain exactly 24% flavonoglycosides for absolute maximum medical effectiveness. Taking exactly 120 milligrams of this specific ginkgo extract every morning ensures that your brain is deeply flooded with oxygen and all the massive healing nutrients from this entire protocol. By combining these 5 specific, highly targeted medical steps, you are aggressively attacking your failing memory and cognitive decline from every conceivable biological, structural, and vascular angle. You aggressively bypass the broken insulin receptors and flood your starving brain cells with high-octane rocket fuel by utilizing the immediate powerful conversion of pure C8 MCT oil. You physically rebuild your broken neural networks and vigorously stimulate the massive growth of brand-new, healthy memory dendrites by utilizing the proven power of Bacopa Monnieri extract. You actively override the deadly buildup of toxic brain garbage and violently scrub away the sticky, dangerous amyloid plaque by utilizing the ancient genetic protection of Carnosic acid from rosemary. You instantly halt the terrifying physical shrinkage of your actual gray matter by providing the exact structural building blocks your brain needs using phospholipid DHA from pure Antarctic krill oil. And finally, you actively stop the root cause of the cellular suffocation by aggressively opening up the microscopic blood vessels and flooding your brain with vital oxygen using Ginkgo Biloba extract. This is a complete, holistic, and incredibly powerful medical protocol designed specifically to reverse a terrifying condition that modern medicine treats with absolute, depressing, and completely unacceptable despair. You do not have to accept a life of terrifying forgetfulness, the loss of your precious memories, the inability to recognize your loved ones, or the horrifying countdown to an absolute mental blackout. Your brain is incredibly dynamic and vibrantly alive, possessing a profound, miraculous capability to completely heal itself when given the correct nutritional environment and profound relief from oxidative cellular stress. We have now deeply armed you with the exact multi-step medical knowledge to safely leverage these natural tools and completely regenerate your master neurological operating system from the ground up. Healing will not happen overnight, but if you deeply and strictly commit to this protocol, you will slowly see the cloudy fog retreat, your thoughts become vibrant, and your true, sharp focus return. Now tell us in the comments below, do you suffer from agonizing brain fog or terrifying moments of forgetfulness, and which of these 5 powerful natural steps will you definitely start today? We want to hear your deep commitment to your healing journey, as sharing your brave story helps intensely inspire thousands of others dealing with this silent, terrifying loss of absolute cognitive independence. If this video revealed the multi-step cure for someone struggling with severe memory loss or early dementia, please share it immediately with them to offer them genuine, medically sound hope. You could literally be saving them from a lifetime of complete mental darkness and helping them actively reclaim their mind, their independence, and their beautiful ability to cherish their life. And finally, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right now so you absolutely never miss another life-saving medical breakthrough on this incredibly important natural health channel. Thank you for deeply prioritizing your health. Aggressively repair your brain, proudly reclaim your precious memories, and we will see you next time with far more powerful natural remedies.